Welcome to our pre-calculus lesson 24 and 25, and this is all about for our quiz 3 revision, which is related to quadratic functions. Our quiz 3 date is November 11 and time is 6 p.m. to 7:30. Total marks as usual 30 marks. And these are our topics for our quiz 3. You will notice that there are a couple of questions that these first 4 questions, they are actually related to theory, analysis, etc. And last 3 questions, all of them are real life application of quadratic functions. All of them we will discuss one by one. So let's start. First of all, first page is related. First page here is just few rules that we need to review because they are really needed. Without this, the solution is somewhat uh, impossible, I think, in some cases. So vertex form of quadratic function is ax square a into x minus h whole square plus k, as you know, and here h and k, these two is they are the this h and k is the vertex h and k. If, as you can see, there is a negative extra negative here, so we have to be careful. If you see there is positive, then in the answer there will be a negative. If you see there is a negative, in the answer it will be positive. So you have to be careful about that. Of course, in cases we will discuss it, which is in the next page actually. And x square plus bx plus c, this is the standard form, equals to 0 when you write. That means we are trying to find out the x-intercept. And how do we find out x-intercept? We find it by putting y equal to 0, and then normally we can factor it, but when we have integer solution, in that case actually we can factor it. But if there is no integer solution, then we have to use the b square minus 4ac, this formula, minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by twice a. And as you can see, the value of a, b, c, and they are here. One example is given here. This first value is a, second value is b, third value is c. Of course, if x squared is in the middle, then a will be in the middle. X squared, we have to look at where is our x squared. So this will be the a value is this. If x squared someone right here, then a value will go with the x squared. So we have to be careful about that. So where we will use it? We will use it if we see that we cannot do the middle term factoring, then we have to go for this kind of formula to find out the x-intercept or to find out the solution of quadratic functions. This is the rule. And to find out the vertex from the quadratic function, very important thing is vertex. To find out the vertex, our rule is from this kind of form, from the standard form, minus b by twice a is our x value of the vertex, and the y value is, if we put the x value in the function back, then we will get the y value, which is pretty much the same rule for all other maths also. If you get the x value of any graph, if you put it back in the question, you will get the y value of that point. So that's a rule. Let me give you an example about that. I think that this little thing requires some. Suppose some point on the graph, this point is, let's say x value is 2, and y value you do not know, and the function is given, suppose like say suppose 2x cubed, suppose something, whatever it is, 2x cubed plus 3x minus 10 or something. Suppose in any function, this is a rule, I'm just saying, trying to make this point that if you get the x value of the function, then you need to put x value back in the question here, and then you will get what will be the value of y if you do the calculation. Same rule for the quadratic function also. If you get the x value minus b by twice a by using this formula, you will get some number. Suppose 2 you get, or 3, 2.5, whatever you get. If you have to put it back in the question, then you will get the y value here. F of minus b by twice a, it means that. That means put the value of minus b by twice a in the function and do the calculation. This is actually some dictation, like do this, then you will get the y value. So these are some theories related to quadratic functions, and now we will go to our first question. First question is related to matching graphs and their function. You actually have seen this kind of function in one of our class, minus x squared plus 4. This is the, suppose if this is the function, then what will be the graph? First of all, as you can see that this is minus x squared. Let me make it a little bit. Minus x squared, so the graph will be down opening, and plus 4, that means graph will be at 4, at positive 4. So that means suppose this is the plus 4, suppose, and then the graph will be down opening at plus 4. So where is the graph? We have to look for that, and the graph is here, D number. See, D number graph looks like this. So the answer of the first question is D number. And similarly we can go for this one. So you see x plus 1 whole square. As you know, the format of the vertex is this plus k, and in that case k value is 0, so we do not have to care about that now. X plus 1 whole square, that means the graph will, as you know, if the value is inside the bracket, then it is horizontal shift. If it is positive, graph will go to the negative. So this graph is up opening because of positive sign. There is a positive sign here. So the graph will be up opening, and this vertex will be at x equals to minus 1. So x equals to minus 1. So at minus 1, where is this graph? So this one, a number, right? A number. It looks like a number. See, this is 0 and this is minus 1. This is minus 1 and the up opening graph. So a number is 2 number. Then this one is, so you see vertex, this is x equals to, x will be plus 2 and y will be minus 2. That means vertex will be 2 comma minus 2. As I said, if you see that this h value, if you see in the given h value is negative, your vertex will be positive. In the vertex it will be positive, and k value is as it is. So you will see that this is the answer. This is 2 comma minus 2. So this is 1 2 comma minus 2. So this is 2 comma minus 2. This is 2 comma minus 2. So vertex actually matches. You can say, sir, why you are not looking for other values? Suppose x intercept, y intercept. We can go ahead and find out the x intercept, y intercept also if necessary. But as you will notice that actually among all these questions, there is no other question having the same vertex. That means, as we already know that our vertex must be 2 comma minus 2. There is no other graph 2 comma minus 2 other than this one. So this one must be the answer. That's why we do not have to go for any additional calculation. But if we will not go for that complication, of course, but just to give you some future hints for your future. Suppose if you see that the same value is given in any other graphs, then you have to find out x intercept, y intercept, and other additional calculation you have to do to be sure if you see the same confusing mini graphs are given then. But of course in this case we do not need them. Then this 4 number, so our vertex will be minus 3. Vertex will be minus 3 comma plus 1, and it is down opening. So minus 3 comma plus 1, where is it? Where is it? Vertex will be what I said. Vertex will be, let me write it down here. Vertex will be minus 3 comma, if it is plus 3, vertex will be at minus 3. Then plus 1, this will remain fixed. So vertex will be that. And what I said, and I said that the graph will be down opening. So the graph will be like this. So where is this graph? Let's look. Minus 3. So see this one, it looks like this one. Minus 3 comma plus 1 is this value. Minus 3 comma plus 1 is this value, and the graph is down opening. Also you can see that the graph is actually a little bit narrow. The reason is there is a big number here. As you know, if the number becomes bigger and bigger, graph becomes narrower and narrower and narrower. So yeah, we have the answer, and actually I have written the answer here also. D, A, C, which number and which number is matching. If you want, you can check it also just here. Since it is video, so you can just go back and suppose write the answer in 1D, 2A, 2A, 3C, and 4E number. Then you can just review. If you see that there is any problem, then we can discuss it during the class or other things. Okay. So yeah, this is the matching of given functions and graphs. Next question is some equation is given. Some function is given. This is the function, this is the given function, and you have to find out the vertex. You have to tell us, is it open up or open down, and you have to find out x-intercept and y-intercept from the given function. This kind of question is our second item. So first of all, how do we find out the vertex? You already know that to find out the vertex, we have to find out minus b by twice s. So minus b divided by twice. We already have written the answer here. So minus b divided by twice a minus b value is 5. So this will be minus 5. Then 2 into a. A means 2. A means 2. So you have 5 divided by 4. 5 divided by 4 means already you can see 1.25. 5 divided by 4 means 1.25. Yeah. Now to get this value, y value, which is minus 2.125, what we have to do is we have to put this 1.25 back in the question. So let me write this sentence so that you can work on that. So we have to put 1.25 whole squared minus 5 into 1.25 then plus 1. So this is what I meant by putting the x value back in the question. When we say that put the x value back in the question, it means put the x value in the x and do the calculation in the calculator, or if you want you can do it manually also. So in this case, if you do it, your answer will be minus 2.125. In the next line, if you just do all this calculation, they are numbers, okay? So you will get it. Now, is this graph is open up or open down? I think this is the easiest question here. You will automatically notice that this value is positive, so the graph is open up. The graph is open up graph. That's why our answer is up, open up. Then the question is find out the x-intercept and y-intercept. So to find out y-intercept, it is easy. We have to put x equals to 0. So if you put x equals to 0, y-intercept is 1. And to find out x-intercept, we have to try to factor it. And in this case, actually, you will not be able to factor it. There is no integer solution here, because you see this is 2 and this is 1, and this number in the middle is bigger. So which is a hint that there will be no integer solution here, which means that you have to use that this formula. We have to use that formula, minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac divided by twice a, the formula that we have shown at the in our theory part, second page. So if you use that formula, your answer will be minus one answer is 0.22, another answer will be 2.28. You will write twice x 2x square minus 5x plus 1 equal to 0. Then in your copy, if you want to solve it, then a value is 2, b value is minus 5, c value is 1. So once you have this value, you can just put it in this in this formula, and you will get for plus 1 answer, for minus 1 answer, just like this. One answer, another answer you will get if you follow this calculation. Then you will get these two answer. If the answer is not coming, then you can tell, we can do it during the class. Here also, our third item is you have to find out the x-intercepts from given a lot of couple of given equation. So what is the x-intercept here? That means you have to put this equal to 0 and try to factor it. Okay, try to factor it. Here we have the factor. There is only one solution. Middle term factoring. Just try to do the middle term factoring, and these are the answers. This math, there is no answer. That's why answer is, we have written there is no real solution. Why there is no answer? Even if you use the quadratic, you will see that within the, for this math, you will see that within the square root of minus b square minus 4ac, there will be some negative will come. Negative means there is no solution. And of course, now this is true that now you know that 3 number, the answer is decimal. That means for 3 number you have to use the quadratic function, quadratic formula to find out the answer. 2 number and 1 number is easy in this case. You can actually factor it because we have integer solution here, 1 number and 2 number. But 3 number you have to use the quadratic formula. But you can say, sir, we do not know the answer during the exam. So what can we do at that time? So my suggestion is, first of all, try to find out some integer solution, try to factor it. Then if you see that there is some problem, you cannot factor it, you are facing some difficulties, then go for using the quadratic function, quadratic formula. That formula, minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by twice a. And if you want to use quadratic formula for even a, b, c, d for all the math, you are allowed to do that because you will get the same answer. Okay. So if you do not want to factor any math, just do it because that will also give you the correct answer. My point here is, you can use quadratic function in all the math. It's not necessary that you have to do in some math you have to do the middle term factoring, in some math you have to use the quadratic function. Not like that. You can use the quadratic function in any math and answer will be same. Now you can say, sir, why we are not using quadratic function in all math? Because sometimes factoring is easy when it is possible. That's why we do not go for that. So that's the point actually here. So yeah, here we have to do what we have to do. You have to find out the x intercept, x value, x value. So you from the factor also you can do it. Let me do one math. Suppose b number, we can see that there is two solutions. A number, there will be just only one solution, x minus 5 whole square, or just only x minus 5 whole square for the a number. So this will be like x squared. If you do the middle term factoring, x squared, then it is minus 6x. So minus 6x we can match 40 and the factor of 40. There are a couple of combinations like 2 and 20, then 5 and 80, 5 and 8, I guess. Yeah, 5 and 8, etc., etc. But if we go for the 10 and 4, then 10 minus 4 equals to 6. So we can get actually that 6. That means we can write minus 10x plus 4x minus 40. You can say, sir, 40. Yeah, that's true that you can say that there are many other combinations. Suppose 2 into 20, that is also a combination. 5 into 8, that is also a combination. That's true, and we have to go for the combination that works, that gives us this middle value. That's why it is called the middle term factoring, because we have to match the middle term first to start it. Then if we take x common, then it becomes x minus 10, x minus 10. Of course, I have seen that some students actually have different way of solving this kind of maths, and if you solve it, actually you should get the same answer. You will get the same answer. In your method also, please feel free to do. You do not have to follow this method. No, not necessarily. So you get x minus 10 and x plus 4. And everywhere this equals to 0 because we are trying to find out the intercept. And to find out the x intercept we are trying to find out. To find out x intercept, we have to put y equals to 0. Y equals to 0 means this side equals to 0. And as x minus 10 equal to 0, so x equals to 10 will be one answer. As x plus 4 equal to 0, so x equals to minus 4 will be another answer. So this is how we get the solution. X equals to minus 4 and 10. Minus 4 and 10 is the solution. And for C number, you have to use that formula, minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by twice. That formula we have to use. Divided by twice a. Let me write ABC value so that you can solve it very easily. So a equal to for C number, there is one thing that we need to do here, because this is x plus 3 whole square equal to minus 15. So first of all, we have to convert it and we have to make it to keep it to standard form, because this is not a standard form. The standard form is x square plus 4x plus 6, x square minus 10x plus 25 x square minus 6x minus 10. They are the standard form, but see, there is something inside the bracket, so we have to first change it. So this is a plus b whole square. So a plus b whole square means a square. Formula we are making a square plus 2ab. So 2a, this is all into, then b means 3, then 3 whole square. This is b square. So a square plus 2ab plus b square. This means a plus b whole square. X plus 3 whole square means all this. Then minus 15. This equals to x squared plus 6x. 3 square means 9, and 15 minus 9 equals to 6. So that means minus 6, because 15 is bigger number and bigger number sign is negative. Now we know that a value is 1, so a equals to 1. We have to put it here. A equals to 1, b equals to 6, and c equals to minus 6. If you put it here, then you will get two solutions from this. So this is important to convert your given function to standard form first. Why you have to convert it? Because this formula is calibrated with the standard form. This formula, we obtained this formula from the standard form, so we have to keep everything in the standard form. The standard form means ax square plus bx plus c. That is the standard form. So this is the rules. First of all, you can try to factor it. If factoring is not possible, then use the quadratic formula, or use quadratic formula everywhere. Just only these two rules. Then, so let's go to the phone number. This is the phone number. Our phone number question is this. So yeah. So in this question actually, the graph will be given. This function will not be given. The graph of this for this function find. Let me remove this line. Actually, we will not give you the function in this case. Just we will give you the graph. So for this function, for the following graph find. So just the graph will be given. Okay. So suppose this is the graph. Now find out the coordinate, because in one question, as you have seen, in one question we will give you the function, you have to do this, and in one question we will give you the graph of the function, but function you will not see. In that case, you have to find out the answer. So coordinate of the vertex you have to find out, then domain range you have to find out, then increasing decreasing you have to find out. And this is not difficult, by the way. I'm sure many of you will agree with this. And first thing, rule number 1 is try to locate the vertex. This is the important, very important thing for your quadratic function. Find out the vertex, very important thing. So this vertex is C. The coordinate of the vertex is minus 1, 2. So minus 1, 2. And each box is 1. How do we know? You can see that this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is written here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is written here. So that's why each box is 1. You have to count it. You have to look at what is this number given. This is important. So already we know the vertex is minus 1, 2. Okay, so minus 1, minus 2. Minus 1 because it is downside. So minus 1, minus 2. And the domain of this function is for any quadratic function, as I said many times, for any quadratic function, whether it is open up or open down, for any quadratic function, the domain is all real number, because in both sides it is going forever. This arrow, this sign is saying that it will go forever in this side, and in the other side also it will go forever. That's why the domain is all real number. And range is, see, this is the lowest value. This is the lowest value of the quadratic function, and it will go up forever. That means from minus 2 to plus infinity. That means range is y is greater or equal to minus 2. Or you can write it this way, from minus 2 to plus infinity. You can write this way also, infinity. Knitting. My handwriting is Joe's, as you can see. Oh my god. Yeah, infinity. I'm writing by mouse, of course. Of course, you know that. Not that bad, yeah. So, so yeah. So this is -1 to -1, -2, the vertex. So we know the answer for first question. If we just only know the vertex, the domain is all real number, range is y is greater or equal to -2, and then increasing and decreasing. So you see that this part of the graph is increasing and this part of the graph is decreasing. How do we know? We have to come from left to right. If you start coming from left to right, you see the graph is going down, and up until this point the graph is going down, then the graph started going up. You have to come from left to right. This is a very important technique. Of course there are other techniques also. If they work for you, you can follow. Another technique is looking for the ordered pair. So for increasing, so increasing will be from -1, because we always consider the x value, from -1 to plus infinity. This is the increasing. That's why we said -1 to plus infinity. And decreasing is from minus infinity to -1. So from minus infinity to -1. That's the decreasing part. So from this method, our application question begins, and just have a look at this whole question, read this question, then you can unpause the video and we can start. So you see, let's look at the question. First question is, if the price is 30 taka, if the price is 30 taka, then what is the demand? And demand is x. That means we have to put 30 here for p equal to 30, and we have to do the calculation. Your answer will come 75 taka. Okay. You're going to predict the number of cups of the coffee and root sale per day. In one day, how many per day means in one day how many cup of coffee they sell. Okay, so if you put this 30 p equal to 30, then you will get the answer. So that means 75 taka is their price. 75. This is not taka. This will be 75 cups of coffee. Cups of coffee. This is 75 cups of, or just only 75 cups also you can write. 75 cups. Let's not make it bigger, unnecessary. So 75 cups, yeah, because price we put, then we get the amount. And the second question is, the revenue is defined as price multiplied by quantity sold. Then revenue for selling 50 taka per cup. So 50 taka per cup. Revenue is dependent on what is the total daily revenue. See, daily, that means in one day what will be their revenue. So already we know that in one day they sell 75 cup of coffee, and one cup of coffee is 50 taka. So total is what? Total will be 50 into 75. Answer will be this. So this value into the value we obtained from A. They total sell Cinematella. They sell 75 cups of coffee in one day, and each coffee is 50 taka. So total will be 3,750 taka in one day. And then the next question is, express the revenue R for Cinematella coffee as a quadratic function of price P. So revenue, total revenue will be what? So revenue is price into quantity. We know that, price into quantity, and quantity is this, and price is P. That means this into P. So if we write this into P, we get this. Okay, see, 120 minus 1.5 P, 120 minus 120 minus 1.5 P into P. All are small letter. This P is small letter, this P is also small letter. You have to be careful. Some students are not at all careful about the capital letter and the small letter. They always mean something. This P is a small letter because in the function other P is a small letter. That's why. Anyway, so this is the quadratic function. And if you want, you can actually write one more line from here. And that line is, if you want, you can write one more line, or you can write R of P equals to, just like the second line, R of P equals to 120 P minus 1.5 p squared. If you multiply p into p, that means p squared. Now in this case, it is unnecessary. It is not necessary. No, it is not unnecessary, by the way, but it is not necessary. Not necessary to write this line, because this is quadratic. This is also quadratic. But maybe if you write this line, write this extra line, this will be helpful for finding the answer of D number for you. So in any case, actually you have to do this second line. You have to multiply p 120 minus 1.5 p. You have to multiply it in any case, because in this D number you have to find out the maximum what price per cup will maximize the revenue, and what is the maximum revenue. And you know that maximum thing actually gives us the vertex. We know that the graph will be like this, because this sign is negative. You can see that this sign is negative. This is the square, so x squared term is negative, so graph will be down opening, and the vertex will give us the, actually if you try to draw the graph, this side will be the revenue and this side will be the cup of copies. This side will be the cup of copies. Yeah, so max price at maximum revenue. What price per cup of coffee? What price per cup of coffee? So this side is price P. Price P is the x-axis. And if we find out the vertex, then actually vertex x value will give us minus b by twice a, as you know, the same formula we have to use here also. Let me remove it so that you can see the the value. So yeah, so you know that we have to use minus b by twice a, this formula, minus b by twice a, to find out the x value of the vertex. So if we try to find out minus b means what? See, minus b means b value is here now. You can say, sir, it was first one was a. Why you are saying that this is b? This is actually b, because you see now a moved to the second term, because p square is the a value. So minus b means minus 120 divided by twice a, 2 into a means minus 1.5. So it is 120 divided by 2 into 1.5. So answer is 40. You can see answer is 40. And if you put 40 back in the question for P, your answer will be 2400 takas. And this math, the whole math is the unit is taka. That's why everywhere they are takas. Okay. So for D number, what we do? D number, we have to find out the vertex x value and y value, because minimizing question. That's why vertex. And if we go to the next question, you will see that this question is also related to maximizing thing. In this case, also you can just read the question first. I will give you some time. Then you just pause the video, read the question, then unpause, and then come. I will discuss. So yeah. And now let's discuss it. So what will be the perimeter? First question is, what is the perimeter of the rectangle in terms of L and width W of its sides? So perimeter means the boundary of the figure. So perimeter, if you start from here, this plus this plus this plus this is the perimeter. Okay, that means L plus W plus L plus W. This is the perimeter. So that means what? L and L plus L, that means 2L, W plus W, that means 2W. So if you take 2 common, then L plus W, 2 into L plus W. This is the perimeter. Second question is, express the area of the rectangle as a function of L or W, not both. That means A equals to, you know that already it is given here, A equals to length, area equals to length into width. But here you see there is two symbol, L and W. So try to make it one symbol. And we can actually make it one symbol because another information is given, and that information is the maximum perimeter of the rectangle is 800 meter. That means this perimeter 2 into L plus W equals to 800. It is already given. That means 2 into L plus W equals to 800. So you see that this side we have 2. If this 2 goes to the other side, it will become 800 divided by 2. In other words, if you divide both sides by 2, this line will become L plus W equals to 400. L plus W equals to 400. So if this L is capital letter, by the way, and W is also capital letter. So L plus W equals to 400. Then L equals to what? L equals to 400. Then this W will go to the other side, so it will become negative. So we have L equal to 400 minus W. And here now instead of L, we will put this value. Then we will get our answer. So 400 minus W into W. Into W means this W. This one and this one is the same W. Let me color it. So this W and this W is the same W. Instead of L, we have put this value, and that is the answer of B number question. B number question is express area A of the rectangle as a function of L or W, not both. So you see, this is the function. This is the function A of W. This is the function from here to here. This is the answer. Because see, here only we have W, not both. But here, what is the problem? We have L and W both. And from here, how we replace this L? We replace it by using the given extra information, 800. So 2 into L plus W equals to 800. Then we get L value. Put the L value here. Then you get the function. And the other two questions, C number and D number, is like same question as the previous math. The same pattern, legendary pattern of all the maths of this chapter. This is 400. Legendary pattern means find the vertex. Find the vertex, coordinate of x value, coordinate of y value. So we have to convert it, we have to multiply it to find out the vertex. This into 400 into W, then minus W squared. Then use minus b by twice a, you will get this answer. Then put 200 back in the question, you will get this answer. So this is how we get all these answers. So yeah, that's the rule. Like for finding the maximum area and what value of L and W will maximize the area. So this is how we get these answers. 200 into 200. 200 into 200. Yeah, all good. All good. So next one is this math. And this math is also somewhat similar. You will see that maximum height and find out what is the maximum height, and some function is given. This is a function of some projectile. That means something. Some students is throwing something which is called projectile. Kicks a soccer ball at 45 degree angle with an initial velocity of 10 meters per second, and the height h of the ball is given by the function h of x equals to blah blah blah. So these are the given information. The question is, what is the maximum height that the ball will reach? So the question is something like that. So the question is, what is the maximum height? This is the horizontal distance, x is the horizontal distance, and this side is the height. So what is this height? So how can we find out maximum height? Maximum height will be the vertex y value. This is the y value, this will be the vertex y value will be the maximum height. That means find out minus b by twice a, then put it back again in the question. 2.5 will be the maximum height. You will get it, 2.5. Okay, so 2.5 will be the answer. Or you want me to, let me try to do it. Okay, let me try to do it. So the first of all we have to find out minus b by twice a to find out the first value. And minus b by twice a means, what is the minus b here? Minus b, see there is nothing here, so 1, so b value is 1. Twice a, so 2 into a value is what? A value is minus 1 by 10. A value is minus 1 by 10. There is a minus, then 10 down, so minus 1 by 10. So you cancel out this and this, you get 5 here. Then you cancel out this minus and minus here. Or you can do the whole thing in the calculator also. Calculator will give you, this is 1 divided by 5. So 5 will go up, so ultimately it is only 5. Ultimately it is only 5. Only 5. That means this x value is 5. At the maximum height, horizontal distance is 5. So first value is 5. And you already know second value. How can we find out? If we know the x value is 5, that means we put 5 in the x to get the second value. Second value will be our answer. So this is squared divided by 10 plus x value is already, we know that it is 5. So this is 5 square. 5 square means 25. 25 divided by 10. 25 divided by 10 means 2.5. Then plus 5. And 5 minus 2.5 equals to plus 2.5. Okay, 5 minus 2.5 equals to plus 2.5. Then what is the ball's height after it travels 8 meters horizontally? So if the ball moves 8 meters horizontally, that means this direction, if it goes 8 meters, then what is the ball's height? Then height equal to what? H equal to what at that time? Which means that if we put 8 here instead of x, 8, then what is the answer? And you will see answer will be 1.6 meter, which is actually somewhat here. 1 point. Now you can say, sir, why it is not here? This is 2.5 meter, you know. So 1.6 meter will be here or here. So why I am saying that this is the place actually? Because the ball already traveled 8 meter. We already know that 5 meter is here. In the middle is 5 meter. From minus b by twice, we know that middle is 5 meter. So 8 meter will be somewhat here. That means ball is going up or down at that time. Ball is going down at that time. At 8 meter, ball is going down. Okay. When the ball will hit the ground, in other words, where it is, where height is 0. That means in this case, so for this C number, height 0. Height is 0. Height is 0 means what? This side is 0. H of x. Sometimes the student asks us, sir, h value is 0 or x value is 0. Actually, this is not x and h. This is h of x, which is the full thing. Total thing is y here. H of x. This entire thing is y here. That means this entire thing is 0. So if we write here 0, that means minus x squared divided by 10 plus x equals to 0. Why equals to 0? Because the question said that consider height equal to 0, then tell us x equals to what? Where? The question is where? The question is where? Where means find the place where the ball's height is 0. And we already know the ball's height is 0 is where? Here and here. You will see that two answers will come. Actually, already we have the answer. Let me show you this from here, how we get the answer. And we can try to solve it in a couple of ways. One way is just take x common. So if you take x common, then it is minus x by 10 plus 1 equals to 0. Okay, and you can see one answer will be x equals to 0 from here, because x into this equals to 0. So one answer will be already x equals to 0. Another answer will be minus x divided by 10 plus 1 equals to 0, which means we can write minus x divided by 10 plus 1 equals to 0. So we can directly send this plus 1 to the other side. So it will become minus 1. And minus minus cancel out. We can cancel out minus minus. That means another answer is x equals to 10. So another answer is x equals to 10. That means this soccer ball will hit at two different point. One height will be 0 at two different point. One is at 0, another one is at 10 meter, x equals to 10 meter distance. And that this makes sense actually. Suppose when some student kicks a ball, basically he kicks the ball from the ground, and that distance is 0 because he is starting from here. That's why one answer came 0. And then the ball will hit at some point which is 10 meter away according to this question. Of course, if the function is different, then answer will become different. Okay. So this is how we know these answers. In this math, one thing is, suppose in this math one thing is, first you know that we try to find out minus b by twice a. See, minus b by twice a is not needed here because the question is just find one maximum height. At where we have this maximum height, that is not the question. That's why we have to just find out the second value of y, or value of y, not the value of x. Only the value of y is the answer. I'm just recapping this question. And for this question 1.6, you see the horizontal distance is given 8 meter. So we have to find out height. Horizontal distance is x. See, x is the horizontal distance. So we have to put 8 in the question. Then we'll get the solution. And then where the ball will hit the ground, they are giving us some indication that h equals to 0. Then we have to find out where. That means where means the horizontal distance is where. That is the question. This is the horizontal distance. Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Where is the height 0? Where is the ground? A ball will hit the ground. Hit the ground means where the height will be 0. Find it out. So we found that one value is 0, another value is 10, somewhere at 10 meter. And I think this is the last question for our today's recap. Yeah, this is the last question, and that's it. So best of luck for. We will try to review these questions in tomorrow's class, and in the Wednesday's class we will discuss these questions from different angles, and couple of similar maths also you can solve by making some similar maths instantly or in different way. So that you can do more practice, or you can just go through all of this for the quiz during this time. So thank you all, thank you very much, and have a good day, and best of luck for the quiz. Bye bye.